In a world full of noise, chaos, and endless distractions, how can we truly live with peace and strength? Today, let us walk together on the Stoic path, a path that has guided emperors, warriors, and ordinary people for over 2,000 years. Imagine Rome, the most powerful empire in history. At its heart stood Marcus Aurelius, an emperor facing war, plague, and betrayal. Yet, in his darkest nights, he wrote to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, ruled an empire in chaos, plague, invasions, betrayal. Yet every night, inside a simple tent at the warfront, he wrote to himself in a journal. Not for glory, not for anyone else, but to remind his own mind, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Imagine, the most powerful man in the world, yet he fought his battles inside first. Lesson: in modern life, when stress hits us, writing, journaling can become our weapon. Instead of reacting in anger, we pause, write, and choose our response. Seneca was one of Rome's wealthiest men, advisor to Emperor Nero, yet he lived under constant suspicion. One day, he lost nearly all his fortune, accused and nearly executed. But instead of despair, he wrote, "Wealth is the slave of the wise man, the master of the fool." Seneca reminds us, real wealth is not in gold, but in the ability to remain calm when gold is taken away. Modern lesson: jobs, possessions, even reputation can vanish. But freedom lies in knowing that our peace does not depend on what can be taken from us. Epictetus was born a slave. His master once broke his leg, leaving him crippled for life. Yet he said, "You may chain my body, but not my mind." After gaining freedom, he opened a philosophy school, teaching future leaders and soldiers. His lesson: circumstances don't decide who we are, our choices do. Modern lesson: even if life gives us unfair beginnings, discipline and philosophy can transform suffering into wisdom. The Stoics remind us, we cannot control the world, but we can always control how we respond. This truth is as powerful today as it was in ancient Rome. At work, deadlines pile up, co-workers disappoint us, and chaos never ends. But pause for a moment. Are these events truly under your control? The answer is no. What you can control is your focus, your effort, and your calm. Epictetus was once a slave, born with nothing. Yet he became one of the greatest Stoic teachers. He taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Even in chains, his mind was free. True freedom begins inside. No one can imprison your thoughts unless you let them. Today, social media tempts us with comparison and endless noise. But Epictetus would ask, do these likes and comments truly define your worth? Or is your value found in the virtues you live by? Seneca, a Roman philosopher, warned, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. How often do we create storms in our minds worrying about things that never happen? Overthinking steals our sleep, our joy, our health. But when we catch ourselves spiraling, we can pause and ask, is this fear real or just my imagination? The Stoics wrote daily not for the world, but for themselves. A journal is where your mind finds clarity. They practiced imagining loss not to be sad, but to prepare the heart. By remembering life's fragility, we cherish it more deeply. When we lose patience with family or stress over work, Stoicism whispers, this moment will pass. Choose virtue now, and you will regret less later. The world outside is wild, but the world within can be calm. And if your inner fortress is strong, no storm can break you. This is the gift of Stoicism, to live free, strong, and calm, no matter what life brings. If these lessons spoke to your heart, join us here at Stoic Spark 314. Subscribe, and let's continue walking the Stoic path together.